Hi everyone, Jeff here from Writer. So today I want to show you something that I think is going to save product teams and customer success teams an absolutely insane amount of time. And I'm talking specifically about analyzing customer feedback like this, right? Has data from survey responses to customer reviews, social media mentions, support tickets, all of this type of data that would usually take weeks to manually analyze and turn into actual insights that your team can act on. So let me show you what I mean. So here we have a complete voice of the customer analysis report. And let me just kind of scroll through this real quick so you can kind of see what we're talking about. You have an executive overview here with the data scope, the number of feedback items, the overall customer sentiment. We see some quantitative metrics like your net promoter score breakdown, some of the satisfaction scores. We see the top 10 customer themes, some of the critical insights by those themes, top 10 feature requests. And then we start to get into more important pieces like the strategic recommendations. What are some things that I can do immediately? What are some things that I might be able to schedule in Q1 or Q2? All of this type of information, even visualization recommendations, and then some quick wins that I can also take some immediate actions on in the next 30 days. I mean, when you think about all of this type of data, I mean, this level of analysis, I mean, normally it takes a product manager or customer insights team 2 to 3 weeks when you're thinking about data collection, wrangling with all the spreadsheets, analysis, synthesis, building the presentation. And this process, this example that you're seeing right now, this took literally about 5 minutes to create from that same Google Sheets file that I showed you. So let me show you how I did this. So I'm here in a new writer agent session, and I'm going to navigate to my playbooks and select the voice of customer analysis engine. And the keyword here is the playbook, right? This is not just going to be a one-off chat with an AI. This is a structured workflow that anyone on my team can run, whether it's product managers, it could be customer success, support team, executives, whenever we need fresh insights from customer feedback. So what's going to happen is when I run this playbook, it's going to walk me through the analysis process step by step. And let me show you how simple this is. You can already see that the first thing it's going to do is it's going to ask for my Google Sheets file with that customer feedback data. And this is huge, for enterprise teams because we're pulling data directly from where it already lives. So right here, it's asking me, I need your Google Sheets file. Can you provide me that Google Sheets URL? And I can very easily go back into that all that data. I can simply grab the URL and come right back into here and paste it. I'm having a conversation here with the AI, and you can see that this feedback, by the way, again, contains all those different survey responses. There's about 450 total data points. And now the playbook is going to be working through that structured workflow, right? It's ingesting data from all four of those tabs in that Google Sheet. It's going to perform sentiment analysis across all the feedback. It's going to identify themes using AI clustering. It'll extract the feature requests, prioritize all the pain points, analyzing the quantitative metrics like the NPS scores that we saw. And there's just so much information. And to save some time, I'm actually going to show, while this continues to run, I'm actually going to show a completed example that I just did prior to this. And you can see that this right here is the voice of customer analysis report that it was able to generate based on that Google Sheets file. So as we kind of look through, we started with that executive summary that we looked at. So we have our recommendations here. And notice how if I scroll down into, let's say, the top 10 customer themes, it actually identified platform reliability as the number one theme with 82 mentions and 72% negative sentiment. So that's a critical insight that needs immediate attention. And you might even see here the mobile app experience is 92% positive sentiment. That's probably going to be our competitive advantage that we need to protect and market. And under top 10 feature requests, look at this. The AI-powered learning paths is the top feature request with 34 customer requests. That's honestly product roadmap gold right there, right? And now here's why the playbook approach is so powerful. I can run this type of report every month or every quarter with fresh data, right? I can have the same analytical framework, the same structured output, which means that I can track trends over time and then just kind of measure if our improvements are actually moving the needle. And they don't need to reinvent the analysis process or know how to prompt an AI. They just connect their Google Sheets file, and the playbook does the heavy lifting. So that's the voice of the customer analysis engine playbook from about 450 data points that we started with across 4 different channels to a complete executive report with prioritized recommendations, like I said, in about 5 minutes. And that's what playbooks are all about. We're taking workflows that used to require deep expertise, weeks of time, and just making them repeatable, shareable, and accessible to your entire team, right? And it's such a great thing to keep in mind when you know that now you're not having to do this manually. So, and the Google Sheets integration is key here for enterprise teams. This means that your customers' feedback analysis workflow, it just directly connects to the tools that you're already using. There's no data exports, no manual copying and pasting. Well, that's it. So once again, I'm Jeff from Writer. Thanks so much for watching. And if you want to learn more about Writer Agent Playbooks, please reach out and I'll see you soon in another video.